All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another one of my market analysis videos. And today I'll be going over a couple of pairs that I'm looking at going into the week of June 21st, 2020, right? So I see a couple of pairs setting up pretty nicely for some potential, buy continuations and sell-off. So I just want to share, my high-level general analysis of each of these pairs. All right, so without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so I'm currently looking at Euro GBP, or the Euro Great British Pound. And here you can see, as we're looking on the daily time frame, we're in a steady uptrend, right? So we're making higher highs and higher lows. Now, in the most recent of times, we've broken this level of resistance, right? So we were kind of consolidating in this region for the majority of the past month, and we've finally broken structure. We've had a nice clean break above this level of resistance, which falls in line nicely with this overall uptrend that we're currently looking at on the daily time frame. And now I'm just looking for some sort of potential retest, right, a retracement back into this level of resistance turn support before I take it for a potential buy, at least to these previous highs right here, right? Because we want to return to these levels if we want to continue this uptrend where we make, higher highs and higher lows. All right, so now looking at GBP Swiss franc, you can see that we're in a clear downtrend where we're making lower lows and lower highs, right? So I generally like to go with the flow of price. I'm more so of a trend trader. Now I do trade reversals every now and then if I see, the right confirmations in my strategy to take the trade. But, for the most part, I like to go with the flow of price. I like to move with the current. All right, so as I've stated, we are in a downtrend on GBPCHF. And if I take a closer inspection at price, let's come down to the 1 hour, you can see we broke out of this level of support. I like this bullish engulfing that gave us the momentum to push down further. And I would like to see some sort of retest of this level before I take a potential short opportunity on GBPCHF, and that would fall in line beautifully with this overall downtrend that we're in, right? So I have a bearish bias on GBPCHF, and I'm basically looking to see if we can get some sort of retest of that broken support before looking to go short. All right, so similar situation on GBP DKK, and this is GBP Danish krone. So you can see that we are in a dominant downtrend currently in the most recent of times. We've been in a little bit of consolidation for the past, since May 2020, so for about a month or so, and we've finally broken this structure, right? We've broken this level of support, which suggests that we want to continue this downtrend that we're currently in with GBP DKK. So similar situation that we saw with GBP CHF, I would like to see some sort of retest of this broken level of support before I look to go short as well and basically fall in line with this trend. All right, so looking at NZDUSD, I covered an analysis video of NZDUSD last week where I had a bearish bias, right? Because if we look at this higher time frame, you can see that we are in a downtrend. And I like the fact that we created this bearish engulfing candlestick right near this resistive trend line, which gave me a suggestion that we want to see some further downside movement. And this is actually a trade that I called out in my free Telegram analysis channel. So I'll drop the link below in this description so that anybody that does want to follow along, you can do so. But this was a nice trade that I called out on NZDUSD, where we caught about a nice 60 pips, and I have a couple of positions that I'm still holding on this trade because I see some further downside movement, right? And if we want to continue making lower lows and continue this downtrend, I eventually see price returning to these lows here, right? If we want to create a newer low, right? We have to revisit a previous low if we want to create a newer low. So I do continue to have a bearish bias on this pair, and I'm looking to hold this pair for a good number of pips or so. All right, now coming over to USD ZAR, or the US dollar South African rand, you can see we're in a nice uptrend on this pair, just looking at the daily time frame. We've had a nice retracement after that impulsive move to the upside, right? So this was this nice move to the upside, a nice surge to make newer highs in this market. And now we've basically created this retracement, and it looks like we're basically, you know, completed with that retracement, right? We have retracements in a market retracements within a trend are healthy, right? So we want to see pullbacks because they provide ideal entries. So if we take a closer inspection at price, you can see that we've not only broken this minor downtrend that we created on the 4-hour time frame, but we have a nice break and retest of this resistance turn support. So I'm looking to basically watch how price action develops in this region before I look to potentially take a buy opportunity to revisit at least previous highs, right? Because we want to create a newer high if we want to continue this uptrend. All right, so those are the 5 pairs, my 5 favorite pairs that I'm looking at for this week going into June, the week of June 21st, 2020. So, you know, thank you guys for hopping in and, you know, getting some insight onto some of my personal opinions and technical analysis. And if you appreciate this type of content, please go ahead and leave a like, comment what pair you want to see analyzed, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more content like this. All right, so thank you guys again for hopping on, and I'll check back with you all next week. All right, peace.